Hello and welcome. We're going to play another Uranium run of Bramble Royale today. The last video I posted was the first video I've ever done. There were some technical issues with the audio, which is, I guess, expected, but I think I've solved those, and we're going to go ahead and do a new run. The last run we won with this lineup, Farfa, Rose, and Tappa, so let's switch it up. Use somebody else. So I'm going to give Moko another try. I've won with him before. He was strong, but he's also a little finicky, and it took some work to get him going. So let's see if we can do the same thing again. Pairing up with Moko, I would like another kind of meat shield. And since we used, what's his name again, Tappa last time, let's use Bruno for this run. And for the back line, let's give Greybeard a shot. Good old Greybeard. He's always solid, at least. Maybe not exceptional, but he can be fun. Bruno versus Tappa, by the way. Just want to talk about that briefly. So Tappa and Bruno, they both get shields passively. But Tappa is a little stronger. In fact, he gets double the shields. He gets 4, but it's conditional in that you have to have an item equipped, whereas Bruno just gets 2 shield as long as he's in the front line. I do find that activating Tappa's ability is really not that difficult, and you want him hitting people with an item. So I think overall Tappa's just stronger, and that's basically I don't think I would choose either of them as my actual team lead. So from that perspective, as sort of a supporting character, I like Tappa better, but Bruno's fine. We'll give him a shot, and we'll bring Greybeard in as well. As usual, I'm going to go Big Bang Theory. I explained why in the last video. I just think it's the best one by far. So we've got our schedule for the day. You can get 25 caps here along with a train action, which I think is actually really nice. I like getting the free money. I like getting training early. That being said, getting the Oracle early is also really good because the starting cards are, there's at least a few of these that are just really awful. In the last video, I removed block right away, and I will remove this probably first or second, but with Greybeard on the team, this is a little bit stronger because I can just, worst case scenario, I can have Greybeard cast block on himself, and that'll just at least give him a little bit of rage. So I think I'm fine not removing something right away and just training, because the perks are potentially very, very strong in this game. I like getting as many perks as possible, and it comes with free caps here. So let's upgrade somebody. I already have Moko's the team lead, so he starts with an extra perk. So I think maybe we'll go for upgrading Bruno a little bit. He is kind of weak to start with. Alright, so these two I think are a little too conditional. Like Ironclad, he buffs his attack as long as he has a lot of block, which may not always be the case. When you gain shield, sharpen the damage of items in your hand by 1. This one I actually haven't seen before. It could be good. That being said, you kind of need items just sitting there in your hand, and I don't know if that's something that you really want. I think you want to use your items and cards. So Warlord is just a, it's not a lot to rage, but it's at the start of each turn, and it's all allies, so it's a good solid pick. Let's see what cards we get here. So Smash Good. Deal damage equal to 5 times the number of strength cards in your deck, which currently is 1? Yeah, 1. So that's pretty bad. 5 damage for 3 energy. This is not bad. 6 armor for 1 energy. It's literally 3 times as good as your starting block card. And then Flex just gives, what is it called? Might, which is like permanent strength to 1 hero, but it's very slow. And I don't think I really, if you look at my guys, they're not doing a ton of attacks early on, so I think this is a little bit slow. Deflect, I'm willing to take though. Mainly because it's early in the game. should have looked at the shop first. Zap, I don't foresee myself really getting any of these. Magic armor, if you had unspent last turn, this costs only 1. Especially with the card I just took. What is this? Deflect, which is almost as good, and it's not conditional, so yeah, that's a pass. Equipping this just to freeze somebody is... I honestly don't see the point of this, because unless you can rally. Like, sure, if you can rally, then this is useful, but if you can't rally, then this, to me, is completely pointless. And I can't afford these anyway, unfortunately. Like, both of these are actually pretty good. Yeah, this would have been really nice. And this would have also been... this is not so good, but this would have been really nice. I'm not... it's fine. I got an upgrade, which is okay, but I'm not even going to look at the wild cards. It's just too early to spend 50 caps on something like that, I think. And the wild card I have is already phenomenal. So let's see what we got here. Meteor starts there, so I'm going to move Greybeard out of the way. This dude's taking a lot of damage, which is, it's a thing. Let's see, we need to start working on people. So that's, the good news is that I can actually kill this person by using just the 2 attacks. And I don't really want to roll because I would get rid of the longsword. So I'm just going to put a block card in this guy and just call it a day. I'm still kind of in the mode of the last run where I was trying to save energy between turns, and I don't need to do that anymore. So interestingly, this guy could actually be killed without using the sword. And that allows me to save more life on this guy. So that was a nice little draw there. Let's brawl it out. This dude eating 0 damage. And Bruno just smacking somebody down. Beautiful. So hopefully the comet moves. And it did. So that's good. So I can move Bruno in there and so that he can tank it. Move him out of the way of the comet. Alright, so the shifting to me was super unintuitive when I first saw it, right? Because it's like you shift a card and like the whole redrawing thing. Like when you play a card, like if I play this, which I'm probably gonna do, the card that's drawn from the deck comes in here, and it's sort of, I was sort of expecting the cards to kind of come in from the right to the left, and the way that shift interacts with cards coming into the deck, it's just like it's kind of strange. It's sort of unintuitive to me, but we're gonna go here, and let me think about this actually. So he's got 6 rage. That causes us to do 8 damage. It may be possible for me to actually kill something, to actually one-shot somebody. And unfortunately, we're not there. It's very sad, very sad. So there's no way for me to kind of use this without actually getting rid of the ice bolt that I want. So we're gonna have to just kind of suck it up. Hit that guy for quite a bit, and I actually redrew this, which is interesting. So now I'm tempted to just hit this guy to kind of save more life, which I think is what we're just gonna do. So just get him in order here. He can actually use this to kill that guy. Yeah, let's just do that. So if you watched the last video, I don't blame you if you didn't. The last video we were kind of struggling early on, and you can see that already this team, just on an early game basis and with sort of the upgrade right away, it's just everything's like rolling a little bit. Everything's a little bit easier. So we're gonna scorch this guy. We are going to put a little block on him. And then perfect. We can do the kill, get some energy for next turn. Things are a little slow in terms of damage, but we're building up tons and tons of rage from Greybeard's ability. And that cannot be underestimated. Like, look at this, 6 range. It's gonna go up to 8 now. I mean, this guy has this stupid effect, which right now is not relevant. But anyway, we do want to use our wild card, but we can't right now because of this. So I think what we're gonna do is put some block on Bruno and get rid of, discard that thing. Okay, this is good. Well, not that good. So oh yeah, because of the rage, right? We can one-shot people with the rage. So actually we can use this card to... And I completely forgot about this guy's ability. So when you play an item from the left slot with this guy, it just attacks immediately. And that is beautiful. So I can actually use... I can use Greybeard to just kill this guy because he's got a ton of rage also. And then we can just kind of buff up Greybeard. I'm sorry, whatever this dude's name is. Gosh, my brain is fried, man. Bruno. Anyway, let's block. And actually full blocks, and then we can prep for next turn with that. And that's actually a really good turn. Just like full block, the stored up rage, cashed in, just one-shot people. These guys are getting a little angry with the flames, but we'll deal with that now. So here's what we can do. We can shift, right? We can shift on Bruno, and it's going to discard the card that replaces the shift in the left-hand slot, which is going to put this in the left-hand slot. And then we can just use this right now. Now the interesting thing is that it's not, why is this not doing a lot of damage? This should do 12 damage, why is this not doing 12 damage? Oh, got it, because of this, because of the stupid effect. Well, we're gonna do it anyway. Does 5 damage, which is fine. So Bruno can do 4 to this guy, and I think it kills him with the fire. Yep. Okay, and then this guy's just buffing himself, so we're going to equip the wizard hat. He's going to buff himself up, which is not good, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. We're very healthy. He's now absolutely wrecking Bruno, which is fine. I'm not worried about it quite yet. And then block with Bruno here. We're gonna just do a shitload of damage with Bruno. And I think we're gonna get rid of this crappy card here. And now we just get a ton of good stuff, but I can't use it again because he's using the weapon. So we'll just do this. And we'll move on with our life. Let's take it. Damage-wise, we're not doing great. It's a little weak. The stupid thing actually persists for the whole fight, huh? Oh, it's just each turn it's a random guy. Alright, that's too bad. So, we are going to use this right now, despite the damage problem. And we're going to full block here. We're going to apply some fire. We are going to kill him. And that was honestly pretty straightforward. So I think versus the last run, we got a little bit of kind of a better start here, but I can't say I'm happy about really any of these. Like this thing, you just like get some dodge cards, which I think are like just better versions of this, which is fine, but it's 2 energy to play this, and it's an equipment item, so it's a little sad. Zap can be okay, but we don't really have any synergy with it yet. Haven't really done anything that would lead me towards that. Gathering Storm honestly is pretty good. It seems not that good, but I've used it to great effect in the past. It's sort of like a baby version of, I can't see our wild cards here, but it's sort of like a baby version of the wild card we have. And for that reason, I'm actually tempted to just take it here. So we'll do that. I would like this, but we don't, we only have 1 strength card, so this is just super unlikely to happen. This could happen. 5 abilities on the same turn. Maybe not the most likely thing ever, but we could play our way into it. You know, 5 fire is also fairly unlikely, maybe towards the end of a fight, but the 15 health may not actually do anything. And the fact that we only have 1 trait currently, so this trait may not happen, but it's also not really clogging things up quite yet, and getting an extra energy is just great. Alright, so I think we want the money and the remove at this point. Yeah, especially with the deflect in the deck now, we definitely want to just remove that terrible shield, and then we can do a card upgrade, which is always appreciated. So we got some free money here. We're gonna remove the shield. Yeah, there's just no reason to have this in the deck. It's just really kind of a waste of an energy. And let's look at the upgrades. So this is great. Just get energy next turn, which helps activate the ability or the feat, whatever whatever those things are called. So I think I'm definitely gonna get that. This is also awesome. This is just too conditional, but this is phenomenal. The problem is I don't have anything that does AoE, so I would say it's phenomenal. Like if you put it on whatever that Blizzard card is, but I don't have that card, so we're gonna do this, and we are going to put it on somebody. Let's see. I mean, basically it's just Scorch. Yeah, it's just Scorch. Scorch is not a great card by itself, but now it's gonna do a little bit more work. And this is another Ice Bolt, so it just increases the amount of the normal Ice Bolt. I mean, the one you start with has that already though, and it can sharpen, but this is not an item, so this is actually straight up useless. This is also super conditional, and the rest of this is garbage. So I think that's honestly all we can do. I'm not gonna, even though we have a ton of money, I'm not gonna bother with either of these. I think we're actually quite strong with that upgrade and the feat and the card remove. Like given how the last fight went, I think we're gonna be fine here. We didn't even use the Big Bang Theory. So let's see. Skeleton really doesn't do a whole lot. This is great because it's gonna, it's gonna hit him right away and reduce some of that armor and everything. All right, so let's just get started. Working on the skeleton. Actually, you know what? We're gonna start working on this guy because he's way more dangerous. And I think what we'll do is, never mind. We're just gonna save some health on Moko, and then get a ton of energy for next turn. So the knight now attacks, but he does barely anything because we took his armor away, which is, that's the whole point, right? Let's see. So what we want to do, I think, is we want to apply shock to this guy. We also want to put some flames on this guy. Okay, this is pretty good. So we will apply shock. Let's see. So I think we'll do this. Yeah, we'll put a little block here, get rid of this other crappy card. Oh, this is good. So what we can do now is do this, which kills him, does damage to him, and now this guy's taking damage still. So you could make the argument that you could make the argument to block this, and that's not a bad argument to make. I could just kill him next turn. Yeah, I'll just block it. And that's even more argument for doing that. I wasn't even paying attention to this, but now I have extra energy every turn. So that's really, really good. Alright, so now we gotta shift people around a little bit. He does lose his ability. We can, let's see here. Actually, we may want to do this. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. So we can build up some rage. Eh. I think we'll just cash this in. Can I kill him like this? Yeah, we'll kill him like that instead, and then just get a bunch of energy. I want to save this for next next round. And look at the rage that builds up. Like that trait that we got on Bruno is just so effective. So effective. People don't do damage every turn, right? So, alright. Let's get these guys out of the way. Hello. Alright. So this is, honestly, I think I'm going to save the wild card to the last round unless something changes dramatically. But I think I can just, you know, put that on. Start blocking. Let's see. Yeah, let's get some flames, spread the flames around. This unfortunately is not great. So I can do this, which I may not actually want to do. Yeah, this is nice. So I'm doing a lot of damage. Doesn't actually kill anybody though. So maybe I just go more energy. It's a lot of, unfortunately, Moko's getting a little bit wrecked here. So with this, the electricity just does so much AoE damage. It's really nice. Alright, we do need to move out of the way. Let's see here. So we can double shift. Let's shift and get rid of this shift. Right, and then we can... I mean, he can one-shot people. I actually don't want to even use this right now. Alright, so that's fine. I don't really care. Interestingly, yeah. This guy has, how does this guy have so much? Oh, I see. He's gonna have, he's got 4 health, 2 armor now, plus, so that's 6 plus another 6 after he acts. So he's gonna have 12. And I don't do anything that does 12 damage, unfortunately. I could cash in the strength here. Unfortunately, I feel like I might need to just cash the strength in. Just to like speed things up a little bit. Alright, do that. And use this just to get it out of the hand. Right, this is a perfect opportunity to use the wild card. Of course, they get to go first, so it is what it is, though. All right, let's see. Let's see. So we're definitely gonna do this. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. And they may not even need the wild card. That's just gonna kill like half the board. It's beautiful. Yeah, let's just do that. Look at that, just so juicy. So we are going to, who's hitting him? He's hitting him, okay. So we'll just do this just to kill him. We are gonna shift to get that other shift out of the way and put some flames on the big boy here. damage, get a little energy, call it a day. See, I didn't even use the wild card there. I was supposed to use the wild card and I forgot. It's fine though. I'll do it. We'll do it this turn. So put block on him. Put healers on him. Activate the wild card and let's finish this off. I mean, very little investment into this team. Just a few key changes to the deck and upgrades and stuff that we're kind of popping off already. We do need something to fight with a boss. I don't know that we have tons of boss damage, but all right. So this just heals your team. That feels bad without support. If you have shield rally when equipped, and then deal damage for each debuff. These are all very sad. I mean, we do put debuffs on people because we've got Scorch, we've got Freeze, we've got Shock. So theoretically, it could do 24 damage, but it's only to a single target. And do I really want, like, I mean, it's not even upgraded. Just doesn't feel good. All right, so we're back to this choice again. I already have a way to increase max energy. I don't like skipping a whole turn on Uranium. This just doesn't feel like it's happening. And this one's not bad. Just giving a ton of rage if somebody falls below 5 health. And that could happen. There's no reason why this couldn't happen. And again, I only have 3, so I'm kind of tempted to just take this, even though it's not the greatest thing ever. It's a temporary gain. All right, so we can continue to remove, and then we can continue upgrading cards, which is honestly pretty good. I do want some traits, and I have a ton of money. So even though there's a card remove here, with our kind of constant rage gain from Bruno, even the longsword is not that bad. So I do want to remove it, but it's not urgent. So let's trade. Alright, so these guys already have 2 traits. Greybeard has only 1, so let's check him out. I can go even crazier with the rage. I can get Thorns, which I think is useless on a backline character. And I don't have any healing, so it's basically just more damage, which is fine. Now, in terms of this stuff, I just don't see why I would take any of these. It's like a worse version of a card I start with in my deck, and then I'm already applying a lot of shock to things. Alright, so not the greatest. Let's see what we got in the shop. Alright, so this is interesting. Deal 2 damage and increase by 4 if you performed a shift this turn, which is, it's happening a fair amount. It gives rage to everybody. And if I play from the left, it does even more damage. So it could do 6 plus 6, 12 damage for 1 energy. There's just no way that I'm using that ever. Shift and rally. There's something to be said for this. It's a purge card. And you could even give invulnerable, which I think is mostly useless, but shift and rally. Honestly, it's kind of nice. Shift and rally. Take a look in here. I just have so much money, I think it may be worth just getting another wild card. No brawler shot up there, nah. I think both of these are somewhat useless. I mean, not useless, they're just not great. But this could be good, right? Because I can just go ham on like 1 turn, right? Just rally a ton and just get all these cards out. That being said, Moko gets rally for free. I mean, obviously the item has to be in the right position, but he gets it for free. So do I really want to spend 50 just to kind of get more of what we get for free? Do I want to double any of these cards? And I think the answer is clearly no. If this was upgraded, and you know, I'm kind of regretting not going for the upgrade at this point. Because a lot of the stuff looks just really, really weak. This is the only thing that looks okay. It's very conditional. Like, I have to shift it, and I have to play it from the left slot. And it's like, how often is that really going to happen? I think if I take this, I might have to buy that other thing, but then I'm out of money. I think we're just going to get max HP. And ugh, it doesn't feel good, honestly. Like, I feel a little weaker going into this round. That being said, I did get some nice damage upgrades on Greybeard. Do I take this card? I mean, let's compare it, right? It does up to 12 damage. This thing does 9, 10 or 11. This thing does 12 damage. This is like a starting card. And this thing barely does any more damage. It does give strength to everybody, but it's like 90 caps. That's so much money. I feel like I do need a little extra help, though. Let's take a flyer. I mean, it's not my favorite thing ever, but I'm gonna go for that card. I'm sure I'm gonna forget to use it, but I have so much cash right now, and I'm a little concerned going into I think this is a boss fight, right? So yeah, this is a boss fight level. All right, so this is nice. Just right off the bat, I can slap. And I do want to slap somebody because that guy is really annoying. Really makes everything cost more. Right, so this is. I mean, I'm just playing that card every time it comes up, to be honest. All right, so the question is, if I do this, he has 4 rage plus 2 more, so 6 damage, and then plus another 4, so it's 10 damage, which is unfortunately just barely not enough to actually kill somebody. So the question is, do I block or do I play the wizard hat? I think I play the wizard hat. Two block is like almost nothing, and the wizard hat's gonna enable me to unlock my energy next turn. So I can stall here. He's got, his range is like insane now, right? So I could just kill this dude. Just one-shot him. And put some flames down. Start working on my he's taking a lot of damage. He's taking 10 damage. He's taking 12. Alright, so we're gonna, even though I like this card, we're gonna use it just to unlock that extra energy per turn. And we are just gonna kill. I mean, I could have used that, but it would only kill one guy. This is kind of why I'm not a huge fan of this wild card. It's hard to get a lot of value out of it. But we're going to try. So, this left wheel I can just whack with this guy. And let's see here. We just play the hat and move on. Alright, so there's the boss swap. We're gonna save that. I'm gonna save Big Bang Theory for the boss. But Alright, let's see. We do want to put the flames on this guy. Actually, no. That's debatable. That's debatable. Alright, we're gonna do this. Oh boy. Alright, so I can just one-shot this guy. And I'm gonna do that. Let's just use this now, so I can get this hat out of the way. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna one-shot that guy. Flames down there. Start working on people. You can only do 10 damage to this guy per turn, so it's like you really don't want to skip a turn. You just want to do the damage. Alright, so move this guy out of the way. That's nice. So we are going to do the damage to this guy. So like I said, you gotta work on the damage. There's just no choice. Alright, and now we can, I think we're gonna use the crappy sword to kill this guy. Okay. Can cash in some strength here. And actually kill that guy, which is awesome. The only sad thing is I can't use this, but it's fine. Right, so they're gonna come in. She will put a, Swamp Lena will put a wild card out in round 1. As always, but it's fine. We can stall for a round and then activate this to crush in the next round. So we are going to glitch that out. We're gonna block. We're gonna block again. Can't use intelligence cards anyway. And then we're just gonna do this. The interesting thing here is, do I really want to kill this guy? And I think the answer, believe it or not, is no. I want to kill him next round because I want to activate Big Bang. So I believe it can be pretty annoying. Like you gotta kill her quick because she fills your deck up with curses, and if you're not playing Rose, the curses are honestly just horrific. So anyway, this is exactly the problem, right? But the good news is I can play this now, and it's gonna absolutely wreck, right? So that kills 2 people. I don't know why. Why is he dying? Oh, because she's killing him. Got it. All right. So, I mean, we're gonna do this just because there's no reason not to. Block. Now he's alive again. So that's great. Just do some damage there. Get the hat on. And yeah, call it a day. So you can see like this lineup was very strong early on, and now it's feels like it's falling off a little bit. Like I'm still putting out damage, but it's not to the same extent that I was really doing before. And as I say that, I'm like wrecking with this guy's rally ability, but guess let's just have him wreck with his rage. Cash the rage right in. Alright, so I mean we're definitely winning. It's just am I happy with the outcome here? I'm not sure I'm happy with kind of the performance of the team. Swampling is a tough fight, so I guess I shouldn't worry about it too much. I suspected him. I thought Swampling was dead there, so anyway. Alright, so we're plugging away, but I could use some upgrades, I think. Blizzard is a great card. Especially with all the rage generation. Like, you know, this has its uses, but I mean, this one is just, it doesn't have the support, so I'm just snap picking Blizzard here. Alright, so I'm not taking these, but do I want to equip and use 6 items? I think the answer is yes. I mean, I am playing these cards when they come up. I only have 4 cards in my deck that are items, actually, but I'm playing them when they come up pretty much every time. And I like the armor because these are 2 permanent buffs, right? So you're never unhappy to see these buffs. You could make the argument that I shouldn't take it because I might lose, you know, faster than light might not start in my deck, but you know, I think the more I play this game, the more I'm a fan of just taking those feats. All right, so card remove and an upgrade sounds pretty nice, especially because I want to upgrade both of these cards, and neither are upgraded right now. So let's do that now. All right, so we're gonna do a remove, and I think we do remove probably the sword at this point, unfortunately. I don't really see what else we would remove. I mean, maybe a roll. I could see the argument to get rid of a roll because they're not really that good. They're really not that good. It does help me kind of position things for Moko, so get rid of the sword. I think we'll find another weapon anyway. And let's just look first. Okay, so this is currently not good. Iron Skin is okay. It's too expensive. If it was 1 cost, I'd consider it. Pretty much all of these are terrible. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. Reduce this by 4 each time you shift it back into your deck. I've used this to great effect before, but when I had 3 shift cards before. Now let's see what happens. So Arcane, I'm a fan of this again because, you know, like why wouldn't I do that to get like even more energy? Let's see here. Sharpen this damage whenever you shift, and this is 6 if played from the left. So this is interesting actually. I could play Blizzard on I can actually play Blizzard on Moko. That would be really kind of interesting. It's a lot of extra damage. I mean, I'm going to take both of these, I think. So, in terms of getting energy next turn, like we're just going to put on this guy. Why not? And then we're going to take this. This card deals 6 additional damage if played from the leftmost hand slot. I mean, how do I not put it on Blizzard? Like, it just seems like a no-brainer to me. Why not, right? And then I go into the next round feeling great. I can even get more than max HP. But it didn't feel like, actually it could have come in handy. I'm gonna take it. I mean, that's the last one for I'm not taking any more max HP, but I don't mind taking it twice. Those are some good upgrades and some good cards, and I got a card removed as well, so I'm pretty happy, actually. I like where things are going here. So, I think this has potential. I do think I want to, though, maybe play this next round. So what I'll do is put fire on there. This is actually kind of scary. I might use my ability. Right, so I can actually use the ability right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think it's just too effective to just kind of get moving quickly. And, you know, it's just I get a head start basically on the run. And this guy already took tons of damage. Right. So let's see here. Oh boy, that's not really what I wanted at all. Alright, so I could blizzard this guy, but it just seems completely pointless. So I think I'm just, unfortunately, I'm just have to cash in the rage there. Which is fine, because I can play this, and I can have a ton of energy going into the next round. Alright, so I can now play this from the left-hand slot to do just a boatload of damage. I mean, it's like, I just have to. Like, look at all the damage, right? It's just too good. And then I do put this in, and I just think I just smack this guy.
Look at the Munchkin show.
Alright, so he doesn't get the benefit, but I'm going to play it here anyway because it doesn't matter. And I can kill this guy. That's phenomenal. Okay, and then I'm just going to block. Just takes 2. This guy's very tanky. Right, so for this turn, unfortunately, this is like not useful. So I think I'm gonna do something like this and actually cash in. Oh man, that's a bummer. He has so much rage that if I don't use it now, then it goes to waste. So I'm not gonna play that. Instead, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna play this. So close. So I think I actually just want to do this in order to unlock the extra energy. Alright. So we're in the final round, right? Yeah. So we came in basically full life. We only unlocked 1 feat, so we've been moving quickly, actually. Alright, so once again, like, this is just awesome. Now, it's not in the left-hand slots, so it's not as awesome as I'm making it out to be. That being said,
Are you not entertained?
get rid of this dude. And I can even push this into the left-hand slot. And then just wreck everybody. Look at this, this guy turned into a spellcaster. I think that last shop visit before this battle really kind of sealed the deal for me. Alright, so I might as well finish this guy off, or try to finish this guy off. Alright. Just gonna kill that guy. And take that. This guy's very irritating. I think this is maybe the most irritating unit in the game. You can't hit him for more than 10. It's just so rare that you don't want to hit somebody for 10 damage at this point in the game. Alright. So like we're buffing up and we can't even do anything. Like it doesn't even help. So silly. It kind of extends the length of the fight. I mean, I understand that you're probably supposed to do something where you a lot of small hits and things like that, but it just feels unlikely that ever actually happen.
A legendary battle.
All right. So let's see here. You and an ally gain 4 shields, and everybody gets 2 rage. I'm not taking these. I'm considering it just because it's upgraded, but the upgrade I don't particularly care about.
Give them a good show.
10 total ability cards, and they start healing. I'm actually a fan of this. That being said, this is ridiculous because you can just start chaining cards in your left-hand slot. And Moko can just go crazy, absolutely crazy, and especially if I add another item. I love this trait. It just helps Moko go totally insane. All right, so we can do another remove and an upgrade, which I'm actually the remove I don't care that much about, but I care about. I care about the upgrade. Perks are nice too, but I really want to upgrade on... do I actually? I mean, I got upgrades on both of these. So do I really care that much? I might want the perk, actually. Like, the perks are so good. I mean, the upgrades are so good also, though, and I'm playing these 2 cards basically every time I see them. Like Gathering Storm, I'm playing it every time. I can even remove the hat, honestly. Maybe. I think we just go upgrades at this point.
Welcome to the finest one bear town in all.
I'm gonna remove the hat. I'm probably gonna regret it. I'm probably gonna regret it. Let's see what's in the shop. This is just not happening. This may be worth getting because it could help me. I actually want this. Yeah, so now I'm even more inclined to remove that. It's a 0 cost ability, so it'll unlock my feet. Alright, so this is a phenomenal upgrade. I can put this on Blizzard and apply AoE shock to everybody on the field. This is also pretty good, but this is just crazy.
Oh, shiny!
I mean, now that card is now totally insane. I think it's worth putting an upgrade on one of these as well.
your marks.
Okay, so we should be pretty strong going into like, the second to last fight here.
Lights, camera, action.
Gotta shuffle people around a little bit. Alright, so I mean, this is just a no-brainer. And the question is, what else do we do here? So I can do 2 plus, I can do 6 damage, which is not enough to really kill anybody. I think that makes sense. That being said, this guy's taking a ton of damage, and I can do that. Can cash in. Yeah, I think that's better. Oof. I think we just cash in the wild card right now and just wreck everybody. That turn was looking a little dicey. And if we play 2 more abilities, we unlock the thing. So we're gonna go for it. Yes, we can do it. We cannot do it. That being said, I could debuff myself, and I'm gonna do that. Might be risky, but we're gonna see how it goes. I mean, two of the flames are removed anyway.
Command. You have no choice.
Alright. So we are gonna play this. Ooh. So close to being able to play this thing here. Okay. This is great. Because I'm gonna unlock this now. And now anytime an item's in the left-hand side, he can play it for a huge discount. So that's very unfortunate. All right. Look at this, I can play this for free. Oh yeah. It's actually a little less juicy. But do it anyway. Do we do anything else here? I don't really think anything is all that important. Let's save this for next round, I think. I do think the single target's still suffering a little bit here. Single target is still a problem with this team. I figure something out about that. Like, I feel really good with the clear, with like clearing the board, but it's gonna be really tough to kill the Necro guy without being able to actually attack anybody. Look at this. This is like almost nothing. I'm actually gonna run out of time.
Beautiful.
Still win, but it was dicey. Alright, so I'm looking for anything to help with single target going into the last fight. None of these count for that. I only have 2 strength cards.
Make him scream.
This is kind of nice. And I do play a ton of ability cards, so I don't mind taking this.
Bramble's busy.
Right.
Don't do it.
Another remove. I don't think I need removes now. I just need a way to do single target damage, so it could be with a perk, or it could be with card upgrades. I think the perk is unlikely to solve the problem, so
Bramble approve.
even though I'm not going to use the remove probably.
Kick back. Relax.
Alright, does anything here do a ton of damage? And the answer is no. I mean, this puts vulnerable on, but it's 2 energy. Alright, let's hope for the best here. What do we got? Yikes. Yeah, I'm just gonna Get that upgrade.
Oh,
That way I can use it with more than one person. Ay, ay, ay. More energy. Yeah, I think we're just gonna put more energy onto this guy.
really superior.
I think that's gonna be it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
There's no
I think we still
backing
win.
out
It's just going to be a little bit of a struggle in the final piece. But you never know. I might not have the single target that I'm expecting it to.
The Uberlich rises. Test your mettle.
Oh god, this thing again. Oy, oy, oy. It's a tough starting hand here. What do I do? Let's be honest, this is a little rough.
My supplicant. Save the arena, heroes.
I had to use that one just to avoid losing right then and there. This is not a great start. Alright, so the good news is that let's see here. This is a tough first round. It's like two very, very beefy. Two big beefcakes. Anyway, alright.
Audacious, fearless.
Alright, that was at least a good turn. And then going into the next turn, I actually have a good opening action. And I am going to use another card here. I need to catch up. So, that being said, I can't actually kill anybody. Yes, I can. All right.
So that's how
So we're just gonna catch up.
and
Alright. So this is good. And we have just one wave left to finish the game out. But we did use all of our wild cards already. So that is something to be said for that. She's doing 12 damage just like that, huh? Oh, this whole business. Alright. Oh no. I didn't want that to be removed. That's fine. Alright, so we have to use the fire just to make sure that he dies. Okay, that's good. Right now. Why is he taking 6 damage? I think that was just a bug. Okay, so this is actually really quite bad. This is just going to be a setup turn. That's right, the skeleton comes out. Keep forgetting about that. Alright. So, what do we do here? I think we start getting rid of that. We gotta kill the skeleton. But first we're gonna put a bunch of lightning out.
Another.
Oh, nice. So the damage is not like tremendous, but it's pretty good. You know, the decay is a rough ability.
Don't get too cocky.
But that's gonna help actually. Quite a bit. Yeah, that's beautiful. He's got 18 rage saved up. Oh yeah. That almost kills him just outright. In fact, he's dead. Alright, we did it. I think
Unbelievable gallantry. Show them some
that
love.
boiling point feat. The boiling point feat here, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if that ever activated. I think I got that right at the beginning of the run, and I can't remember a single time that it actually activated. But anyway, nice kind of solid painless run. It was stronger early on. It kind of felt like it petered out a little bit in the middle, but then, we got some good upgrades towards the end and pulled through. So anyway,